Hey everyone, I hope you're having a nice weekend. A few things inside before going outside. I have a couple trays of plants here that we can set outside every day. So if you're here, just set them outside on the wooden table and then bring them back in before you leave. I'm going to be giving probably the sweet potatoes and the husk cherries away this week. And these are the squash, which I'm trying to revive. They were the ones that were eaten really badly. We have some pumpkin, mostly pumpkins, I think some squash too that we can start potting up. A lot of these will be given away. If you have questions about kind of how these are divvied up, you can see there's a couple sections where the seeds kind of have a border. So like the ones between this one and this one, which say the same thing, those seeds are there. If that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, just let me know and I can explain that in a different way. Okay, so outside, I'm really hoping it rains today, possibly tomorrow. I don't think we're supposed to get very much even if it does. So again, we will probably be watering a good amount. I do want to show you these Desi squash are starting to produce. Let me see if you can even see it. Can you see that white ball down there? Let's see if I can get it closer. They kind of get like maybe softball sized, so we can harvest those when they're ready. These tomatoes in this bed, I harvested some today. You can see, I think these are the chocolate cherry ones, but you can see they kind of get, this one isn't quite ready. They'll get a little more of a chocolatey red color. And then there are these banana tomatoes, which get bright orange. And those are just starting. So we'll have to check those pretty much every day. And then in the garden, before I go on with the other things to harvest, I want to take out all but 4 husk cherry plants in this bed. And you can see I put little white tags next to the plants to keep. The rest of them we can just dig up and pot up in plastic solo cups, and we'll give the rest of these away. Now, when I did this last week, I think I did it too much in the heat of the day, and the plants kind of struggled at first, but have rebounded. So if you're in here, like maybe this is kind of a first task of the morning kind of thing. And it did seem like the smaller plants did better than the bigger plants. But we'll just try all of them. We'll leave the ones again with the 4 that are marked in the bed, and the rest can go. We are gonna replant. This was the honey nut squash that just struggled, mostly because it was being eaten on. But we'll put something else here. I'm not 100% sure what, maybe bush beans, but I might pull a pepper from somewhere else and put it in this. Let's see, Buena Mulata peppers can be harvested. You can see they're starting to turn red, but we'll just go through and harvest any of the big ones, like that size. So, 3-4 inches, or if they're turning red, pick them as well. The tomatoes in this bed are starting to ripen. Oh, I just noticed something. You see this? Right there. That, I think, is an army worm. And I noticed one the other day, and this is the second one I've noticed. So I am gonna have to figure out what needs to be sprayed on these. But keep an eye out for holes. There's a little caterpillar in there, which is probably gonna do a lot of damage. So I'm gonna have to figure out, before I leave today, I'll figure out what goes on that. So keep an eye out for the tomatoes that are starting to ripen here. There have been green beans in this bed, just kind of down low right now. This bed has been munched on a bit, so just kind of check down here in that bottom section. And then cucumbers. Oh, I'm noticing a couple of cucumbers that need to be harvested. Sorry, my camera's probably going all over the place. But we'll keep an eye on the cucumbers here. It is growing up this way, and I think the other ones that were up here were harvested, but we'll have to kind of keep an eye on what's going on up top, as long as what's going on in the bed. Then there are tomatoes. Let's see if any of these are ripening. Oh, actually this one you can see starting to ripen down there. Oh, that one's starting to ripen. Oh, and this has blossom end wrap that I just noticed. Oh no. Okay, so no, two more things that are not going. Oh goodness. Okay, two more things to add to the list to deal with. The shishitos and the banana peppers were harvested quite a bit on Friday, so maybe by the end of next week they might need to be harvested again. And there have been a few melons. I harvested some today. You can see actually down here, these are starting to turn like orange, and they will come off. Oh, this one's ready too. I just learned today that they're called slip melons, so they just kind of slip right off the plant when they're ready to harvest. And the same with these down here, the Kajari. They should turn orange and then kind of come off the plant. There have been caterpillars and different things in the corn. I've been spraying that with BT. We'll keep an eye on cucumbers here. Cucamelons in here. I've noticed a lot of them just kind of have fallen on the ground. Sorry, you probably can't even see that. So a lot of these are just they're not quite big enough, but they should be about the size of like a small grape, like that one. But I did notice a lot of them are on the ground. Let me just look at my list real quick, wherever I put it. I think harvesting and watering are going to be two of the biggest things. I did replant some okra in this bed. So hopefully we'll get a couple more places that will germinate there. And let me look at my list. Yeah, a lot of the other things are just dealing with pests. So I'll probably have to leave some additional notes on what to do if anything else needs to be sprayed or checked on, because there are bean beetles in a bed. There's just a bunch of random stuff going on right now. So I think that's about it. I am out of town next week on Thursday and Friday, and then the following Monday and Tuesday. I need to check to see when the food bank is closed. I'm assuming we're closed on the 4th of July, but I'll put that in my notes, because if the food bank's closed, then just I don't want you to come on that day, because you won't be able to really harvest anything. But I will find that out and leave that in my notes. I'll touch base with a few of you who I know are in town and see who, if anyone, can stop by while I'm out. I think that's about it. Thanks as always for your help. Have a good one. Bye.